Hey guys, Andy here with Great Lakes Sprouts Media. Today we're going to be talking about tomatoes, just some general things that I like to do to get nice good growth. You can see these are really healthy here. The video I'll show you of how they look a couple weeks ago, and they've grown a lot. So the key really here is there's indeterminate and determinate tomatoes. Determinate means they'll grow to a certain height and then bush out. Indeterminate means they're like a vine, they'll keep growing. So we want to keep supporting them as they grow. If we support them, the taller they'll get, and we can just keep training them up and down. More root shoots coming out, we want to just keep supporting them. You'll get bigger fruit and things like that. We see here, like I said before, you look at the past video, we prune the bottom, so if there's any disease in the soil, it splashes and hits the leaves. We don't see any nutrient deficiencies here. If you start to see discoloration at the bottom or top of the leaves, you might have some type of soil deficiency. It's important to do a soil test. Make sure you're using some type of liquid fertilizer. I'll show you guys later which ones I like to use. But as this plant's growing here, we want to start tying these. I got these here from just Ace Hardware or Home Depot. You can find these twines are bendable. You can use different things. We don't want to squeeze the vine so it snaps later. But I just cut a big piece earlier. But they make different tapes and things like that. I'll show you guys. But see how this thing's growing. The more we keep supporting this, the bigger it's going to get. So I'm going to support this guy. I want to break, we got flowers coming in right here. So I'm going to support right up here. We keep doing this thing's just going to keep getting taller and taller. Make sure you got good stakes. These middle ones are really good. The bamboo's not bad. I got these from a job I did earlier. But we want to just keep supporting this as it grows. I'm actually going to use another post here where I could tie it to this string, but we'll keep adding it as we're going up. Also, when we look at the internodes here, these are called suckers. We want to remove these. They don't really get a lot of growth. These internode stems here, we want to remove those. They just take energy from the plant. We got lower branches here. Like I said, look at each leaf, almost like a solar panel. If it's getting shaded out by the other ones, it's not doing too much. So we want to go ahead and remove and prune all these lower branches. I already did this before. We're going to take them out again. We want to make sure we remove these from the garden and that they're going into our compost far away from here so there's no disease getting spread. But yeah, just keep removing these suckers. I'm going to go through and clean this up. Make sure we're really getting some good airflow. Also, another reason we prune is to get good airflow, prevent disease and pathogens. When we're watering the tomatoes, we want to water them in the morning. A lot of people like to do it in the evenings. If you have to do it, you do it, but in the morning is the best time. We don't need to water the leaves. A lot of people, I'll see them driving the other day, I seen this lady misting her tree. I'm like, what are you doing? You don't need to do that. The plant transpires from its leaf and is able to cool itself down. Just get the water into the roots and the plant knows how to do it itself. So there's another thing. Make sure we're watering early in the morning. That's when the plants are photosynthesizing and using the water. You don't want to put them to sleep wet with wet roots. They're going to get root rot and things like that. They need water just like we need water. We're running a marathon. They're getting sun all day. That's when they need to drink water. So I'll keep pruning these, kind of looking through, making sure we're not too congested in here. Getting that airflow. Take some of these branches out. Make sure in between tomato plants, we're disinfecting our scissors too with just a 1 to 10 bleach solution or rubbing alcohol. You can wear gloves too, because when you're pruning tomatoes for a long time, they have a substance in there that gets really sticky and kind of gross. But I'm gonna take this one out. There's another sucker in there. Really trying to get this airflow to go. You can even prune that there. You see how we're opening up this canopy, we're letting light get into the middle. Anything that's crossing too, get rid of that. Get rid of this one. But yeah, I'll probably come back through with some more things to tie these branches to this bamboo. We can add several bamboo in here and go all the way down. You can use string. Make sure it's tight. Make sure it's something that's not gonna rip. You can use wire too. But the more we support it, the bigger the tomatoes will get. Put this one over the edge here. Probably get a stake for this guy too. But yeah, this is kind of a good example here, guys. See how this one's blocked down here? I'm gonna go ahead and take that branch out. I'm gonna take a lot of these lower ones out because they're not getting any sun down here. If you had a solar powered flashlight or battery, would you put it in the shade? No, you keep it in the full sun. We're just letting the plant allocate its energy to things that we feel are important. But I've been growing tomatoes for a long time. Used to do it for production. We could even take these suckers and clone them too. Watch our other videos for cloning. We could make all new plants from these too. So they're not completely wasteful, so these are easy to root. You know, when I'm planting these, planted them a while ago, tomatoes can be planted as deep as you want. They have adventitious roots, so there's roots that are already formed inside the plant. We can even bend them over into the soil, make a whole nother plant. So you guys see these bumps here? This is due to the humidity in the air. These are the adventitious roots I was talking about. Like trees and other things, you can't plant them real deep. You want that root flare, but tomatoes, these are all roots formed. You can see them form down here too, trying to go into the soil. So yeah, the adventitious roots, guys. Good term to know. You can do this with a lot of different plants, but tomatoes are one that you can plant as deep as you want. Basil does it too. I've seen it with it's real humid in the room. This is another sucker here, so we know this is our internode. This is where stem comes. Move those. Yeah, they won't really do anything. See how we're all claustrophobic down here? We want to increase that airflow, remove anything that's in the way. There's another sucker. Yeah, we're getting rid of those suckers. See how these are crossing each other. Any leaves that are crossing, that's also because of the this one's getting late, but we want to open up the lower canopy too. Take that one out. Sometimes you don't have to take the whole stem off. You could just cut it right in front of two other leaves, but you don't want leaves on top of each other because it's not doing anything when there's a leaf on top of another. Would you put a solar panel on top of another solar panel? Probably not. But see how this one here, if we put another bamboo stick here, we can train these. So that's another option. Instead of pruning them, we can always pull these other branches so that they have their own allocation to their own area grown. All right, guys, so this is just summer. We're only end of June here. These things got a lot more time to grow. We're gonna do some more video updates later when they're growing. We'll show you how the tomatoes look. If you guys have any more questions, please feel free to comment below. Don't forget to like and subscribe button, guys. Thanks for watching.